Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about Shallum and the history of the kings of Israel from the 4th book of Redemptive History series, God's Profound and Mysterious Providence. Shallum became king of the northern kingdom of Israel by killing Zechariah and bringing down the Jehu dynasty. Shallum was the first king of the 6th dynasty of the northern kingdom of Israel, and overall, he was the 15th king of the northern kingdom of Israel. The name Shallum in Hebrew means reward and peace. However, Shallum did not live a peaceful life as the meaning of his name indicates. Rather, he lived a life full of greed and murder, and regrettably, he received retribution for his sins. First, Shallum did not leave behind any accomplishments. In the Bible, for all the kings of the northern kingdom of Israel, their accounts are concluded with the phrases, rest of the acts, followed closely by, and all that he did. 1 Kings 15 verse 31 states, Now the rest of the acts of Nadab and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? 2 Kings 15 verse 21 states, Now the rest of the acts of Menahem and all that he did, are they not written in the books of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? In such a way, the Bible frequently uses these two expressions, rest of the acts and all that he did. However, in Shallum's case, the expression and his conspiracy appears in place of the phrase and all that he did. 2 Kings 15 verse 15 states, Now the rest of the acts of Shallum and his conspiracy which he made, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. The word conspire means to scheme the overthrow of the king in order to usurp power. In the verse, it does not include all that he did. So this indicates that his conspiracy was the only thing that Shallum achieved as king. Thus, this account is emphasizing how Shallum was overcome by his lust for power, so that he conspired and killed Zechariah. Second, Shallum received rightful retribution for his murder. When we look in 2 Kings 15 verse 14, Shallum, who overthrew Zechariah, was tragically killed by Menahem as well. When Shallum killed Zechariah, the Bible explains that he struck him before the people and killed him, and reigned in his place. Likewise, when Menahem killed Shallum, he also struck Shallum and killed him and became king in his place. In other words, Shallum was precisely recompensed for his murder of Zechariah. Everyone, God repays us according to our works. Job chapter 34 verse 11 states, He repays everyone for what they have done. He brings on them what their conduct deserves. Matthew 16:27 also says, For the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and will then repay every man according to his deeds. Hosea chapter 4 verse 9 states, And it will be like people like priests. I will punish both of them for their ways and repay them for their deeds. Thus, a person will always reap what he or she sows. When Jesus was praying at the Garden of Gethsemane, he was captured by Judas Iscariot and a large crowd sent by the chief priests and elders. At that time, Simon Peter drew his sword and cut off the ear of a servant of the high priest named Malchus. In Matthew 26 verse 52, Jesus says, Put your sword back into its place, for all those who take up the sword shall perish by the sword. Beloved saints, even though Shallum means peace, He did not live his life according to his name. Instead of peace, he sowed murder, so he reaped murder. From today's word, let us learn not to sow greed and murder, but peace. By sowing peace, we can reap fruits of righteousness. James 3 verse 18 states, "Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness." So today, let us have Jesus, the King of Peace, and have a life of victory. I bless in the name of the Lord.